Hey everybody, my name is Landon Ashworth. My face may look a little familiar because I'm on a Netflix comedy right now starring Steve Carell. I've been a golfer for the past 30-ish years. Instead of having one lesson a week, I decided to totally dedicate myself to golf lessons, and my golf game has kind of spiraled completely out of control, so I signed up for an adult golf academy. But first, let's get a baseline of my shot data to show you what I'm operating with. My shot dispersion is all over the place, so you and I, we're gonna be heading to IMG Academy in Florida. Let's go and see if we can't get better at golf. All right, I'm on the airplane. IMG, here we come. Well, first things first, I get to introduce you to my instructor for the week.
Best golfer is a fundamentally sound golfer. My name is David Vaught. I'm a PGA professional and a USGTF Master Teaching Professional. I've been a golf professional since 1985, and I've been at IMG for a year and a half. My basic philosophy is to work with each individual golfer differently based upon their goals, their needs, and their ability. I also try to help people enjoy the game more, get more fun out of the game. So golf can be a very technical, crazy sport, but if you have to break it down simply. So if we follow basic fundamentals, then it makes it much easier, and my goal is always to make the golf swing as simple as possible. First objective is to basically observe some of the intangibles on the course that affect your game. So I want to look at your pre-shot routine, I want to look at your practice swing, how you judge distance, how you play break on the green, basically the whole mentality of your golf game besides your swing.
This is what you need. This is just what you need to get better. I've been doing golf lessons since I was probably 5 years old. And I've learned more in these 2 full days, 9 to 12 hours a day of golf, than I have in my entire career combined. And he left me on this golf course, their IMG Country Club, which is basically I'm the only one here. And he said, go play as many holes as you want, practice as many shots as you want, wherever you want, change your lie, put the ball in the middle of the green, put a ball on a sand trap, you're not gonna disturb anybody. 120-yard shot into a green, which normally I'd hit my sand wedge into, but he wants me to drop down to like 7-8 iron and trust forward shaft lean to get me to the green with a tiny little swing. Oh, so solid.
So the second part of this is really the swing component. How are we able to take what we've learned on the range to the golf course without getting too confused or creating too many swing thoughts that cause a lot of bad shots? So can we find a swing key that we can use that's going to help us translate the swing that we're making on the range, which is way better right now, to the swing on the golf course when we have one ball, we're out in a wide open space, we have a very small target. So can we translate that?
Unless you're a member of a really fancy private course, I feel like this type of on-course instruction, talking about tee box and approach shots and all of those things, they're so often missed, and they're such an important part of the game. And IMG's teaching philosophy really tries to utilize on-course playing as much as humanly possible to give a coach a better understanding of your thought process behind the swings. So training session is over for the day. We worked on shot pattern, shot shape. I got on the TrackMan, got the numbers, worked on chipping and putting at an amazing facility all day long. Well, it's been a really long day, so I'm heading back to my hotel to get some much needed rest. I'm staying at the resort they have on campus called the Legacy Hotel. It's an awesome hotel, so I'm gonna get some sleep. See you back here tomorrow. This is now day 4 at IMG Academy. I'm here at about 8:15. We just spent all morning going over tour player swings and comparing them to my swing on the V2 system. And now we're going to start hitting some golf shots, working on downswing. We've got my backswing in a pretty good place. Now it's time to start honing everything that comes after. Now I'm going into a breakaway session at the Sam Putting Lab with Justin Smith. He used to be a professional Australian golfer. He knows all things putting. He's going to hone my putting game. Let's go to him.
Well, I'm Justin Smith. I'm a golf performance coach here at the IMG Academy. We go from TrackMan, we use Body Track. We also use the Sam Putt Lab, which you can see in the background there. Now the Sand Putt Lab is something we use, initially we have a look at your putter, make sure it's the right setup for you, check the lie and loft and that sort of thing. We enter all that data into a computer and then we get you to hit about 10 putts and we get a bit of an average of what you actually do throughout your stroke. All that data gets processed into the computer, we check it out and see what your stroke is doing, whether your alignment's out, whether your aim, whether your path is more of an in to out to in, and we work on the best scenario to sort of suit your stroke and suit your ability level, and also height and weight ratio and that sort of thing, that we take all these factors into account so we can work out the best stroke for you and get you holding more putts. All right, beautiful. Now, we have a look at your alignment again, check your aim, 0.5 degrees close. So we've nailed that down to pretty damn close. If we've got all these in the green here, that's a wonderful thing. We can see here we've got 3 out of the 4 in the green, which is pretty damn good. The one thing I see there in the yellow there, it's consistency. So we're gonna have a look at all the data here and try and find something that is a little bit inconsistent, build on that, and that's gonna hopefully help out your putting hand.
Why didn't I chip like this my entire life?
Wow.
Okay, it's about 10:30. We have the backswing in a really good place. We've got the right feelings in our downswing.
Okay, so this is really good. So you have really good balance. So we're 56% on the left, 44% on the right.
Now you'd expect this type of thing at a training facility like this. They have an amazing club fitting selection. They've got every single head of every single manufacturer under the sun. They have 10,000 shaft combinations. So when you come here, you can get your clubs perfectly fitted for you, for your swing. You can try out a bunch of different head combinations, shaft combinations, and you're gonna know if you're getting the right clubs because they have TrackMan bays. So you're gonna be able to match all of the different club heads with the different shafts, different launch, lie conditions, strong, weak, bent, whatever you need. Tons of different grip combinations so that you will know for sure you have the right clubs in your bag. It's a pretty cool service that they offer. A really great drill that David has me working on is a left-hand low drill. And what I was doing when I was doing it by myself was going back and turning and then pulling my arm through, trying to keep the bend in my arm. And then he came up and gave me an adjustment so I would do the drill correctly. And not only is it a hinge, but I also have to turn the body. And I could have just stood there doing that drill all day long, and it's a drill that we've worked on before, but without a coach here to help me, I wasn't even turning my body, so the drill was totally useless, which is kind of indicative of what people do on a golf range, of spending forever doing a drill but not even doing the drill right. Well, it's my final morning here in Bradenton, Florida at IMG Academy. Got here early. David's going to check the launch and lie of my clubs, make sure everything is in order there. And then we're going to work all day on my downswing because that is the one missing puzzle, is that first move onto the ball, starting the downswing. And I feel like when I get that, all the pieces are gonna be there. I'm gonna start playing go from good golf to great golf. Well, at the end of this week of golf college, I've come away with 2 swing thoughts that have saved my swing. Number 1, pressure into my right heel. And number 2, come down parallel with my knees, push down with my left hand. Fist towards my left toe, like I'm trying to punch my left toe. Let's see those in practice. Perfect. Well, that's the end of day 6 at IMG Golf Academy. I just hit 5 7-irons, 181 exactly. Carry. That's not rollout too. So I would say that I'm pretty good. My golf game's in a pretty good spot. In Bradenton, Florida, there's a little jewel nestled near the beach called IMG. If you want to get better at golf, I would do one of their golf academies, do a 6-dayer. I just got really, 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 really better at golf. over 6 days. I could have gotten dramatically better in 3 days and stopped, but I got exceptionally better in 6. My swing was a kind of a patchwork because of a really bad reconstructive shoulder surgery and a really bad elbow surgery. As you can still see, it's kind of swollen. So I was fighting 2 different injuries, coming off being a +3 handicap at one point in my college career to now hovering, I don't want to talk about it. I'm so much better at golf right now. Everything is sharp. My contact is unbelievable. I mean, I hit 100 shots in a row compressing the ball. I'm in such a good spot. I'm in such a good place. I had such a good experience. I can't say enough about David. I can't say enough about the coaches that have helped me with putting and chipping. I can't say enough about the food. The food was incredible. All the Gatorade you can drink if you want that. This place is amazing. You gotta come check it out. If you really want to get better at golf, you can take an hour lesson once a week with your local PGA pro and not get much better. Or you can just come here and dedicate yourself. Come to Bradenton, come to IMG, get better at golf. So this is my first day back at home with my new swing after going to IMG for a week. And we are going to test my baseline numbers now, compare them with my old baseline numbers with my new swing, and see how much I improved at IMG. Penetrating, coming right back online. Let's take a look at the graph here. My average shot dispersion went from 77 yards to 30 yards. I cut my shot dispersion in half in 1 week. I went from a 17-yard gap per club to 11-yard gap per club. My offline tendency was only 4 yards between shots with my 3-wood. That's incredible. So let's look at the graph right now. You can see my shot dispersion from before, and now let's check my shot dispersion after. It's like the difference between a shotgun blast and a sniper rifle. It's just, I made so much progress at IMG. I can't say enough about the place. I had such a good time.